Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Monday, October 31st, 2016. The tarot card for today is the Six of Pentacles. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, with everything that's happened over the last couple weeks since the full moon in Aries, and now, we have our new moon in Scorpio, which occurred yesterday. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yeah, people are, in a sense, feeling pretty good, all right, for the most part. But what tends to happen when you feel good about things? Maybe you might overdo it a little bit because this is a card of, generosity and giving and sharing, which is all wonderful. But at the same time, there's always a caution that comes with this card, and it really truly is, even for the most giving of people, not to give too much of yourself. Because I always tell everyone, who's standing behind you and who's there to support you. The support is not always there. So, it's, I'm trying to think of if there's a story or a movie where you see someone who's, generous and going out and giving. It's like suddenly feeling like Ebenezer Scrooge. There are cards showing him for some of these, I think more so for the Four of Pentacles. But with being able to go out and say, here, I want to share, I want to do this, I want to do that, because you suddenly feel good about life. Okay? But I do think that it needs to be done in a manner that leaves something for you. Because yesterday I spoke about, commitments, and your first priority needs to be to yourself. Now, some of you, your financial situation has changed to a point where you may find yourself dispersing finances, okay? Maybe you had a little bit of an influx of cash or a change in income that enables you to do that. So maybe you're able to take care of a few extra bills. That's also represented by this, and at the same time, it's also cautioning to be careful how much you disperse, like in a sense of frugality, maybe with a little bit of a budget in mind, that type of thing. And I also want to mention, as we approach here in the U.S., Thanksgiving is coming up in 3 weeks. And this is a time of year where people become more charitable. And if there is a card representing charity, this is definitely it. And many of you will start to turn in that mode where you're looking for ways to give to others and share with those less fortunate. And I commend you for it, because it shouldn't just have a season, but unfortunately it seems as though it does. But whatever you can do to help those, I'm always speaking about those who are homeless and less fortunate. And I've even seen people comment on my post that they decided, to contribute somewhere locally to help people out. And that's awesome. It's absolutely wonderful. So we really are. I'll be honest with you, at this moment, I think more so than anything, this card represents that we're entering that season. And it pretty much lasts through the end of the year, like through the Christmas holidays, that sharing and caring and generosity toward others. And it can be done in many ways. Some people simply choose to pay it forward to a random stranger. There's so many things that you can do. But I think it's awesome that all of you are out there being good to one another and making the world a better place. So I want to thank you all for listening, and I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.